In case you're just joining me, obviously I'm not watching it yet. Can't smoke inside, so I'm out here having a smoke break. Because I'm likely gonna crash out when I'm done watching. Take a little nap. Waiting on anybody to show up. So, put in the comments how much you love Star Trek, because I love Star Trek. I pretty much love all things Star Trek. Discovery lost me after the second season, but I still sat through it just because I want to know what's going on in the story. Yeah, Discovery pretty much shit the bed that last season. Like, it felt forced. And of course, Burnham had to cry every episode. I'm happy to see new Trek all the time. The more the merrier. But they just keep making ridiculous decisions. Cancel Lower Decks? What? What is that? It was the best thing besides Strange New Worlds they had going. Like, come on. At least stay with tradition. Give it 7 seasons like all the other shows. But if I have to base my expectations of Strange New Worlds if I have to base my expectations of Strange New Worlds on Lower Decks, they're probably going to cancel Strange New Worlds after 5 seasons as well. That would be my guess. And so far, if Starfleet Academy doesn't pick it up, they will likely get canceled after season 2 or 3. But they're doing. Well, I don't know if they're doing better than Star Wars, because I like them both. I like Star Trek and Star Wars. Don't ask me to decide, because one's sci-fi, one's sci-fantasy. You know? Totally different. What do you think this idea that gets passed around seems like every year or so, this idea of a crossover keeps showing up? Sorry, but that is a dumb idea. You're not going to be able to blend those two. Unless it's just some obscure BS excuse to bring them together, which would suck. So why do it? But yeah, it has been seriously considered. I know that much. I know they have actually really talked about it. I just hope those talks ended with no. And if they ever did, George Lucas would desperately need to be a part of it. Did you know that Lucasfilm lighting helped the Star Trek movies get up off the ground? They were involved in their movies too. If you're a true Trek fan, you probably already know that. So, anyway, I am going to be watching the most recent episode of Starfleet Academy. The 6th or 7th episode. It is February 24th, I think. 23rd or 24th, Tuesday. So whichever episode is, I'll read it off when I get there, when I get back in. So far, Starfleet Academy, been okay. No major gripes. At first I was apprehensive because it's not going to be on a ship. But they said the same thing about Deep Space Nine, right? and it turned out to be one of the greatest shows ever. But when they revealed that Starfleet Academy was going to be aboard a ship, I think that made everybody a lot more hopeful. And that one episode that they did, I think it was episode 5, I think. The one where they beamed aboard that ship and fought those Furies. Dumb name that's been used by other franchises. Yeah, I'm not seeing enough originality in this new trick. But again, I reserve judgment. I give these shows every bit of a chance possible because I love Star Trek so much. Almost every night for the last, I don't know, the better part of the last 10 years, every night, just about, I go to sleep with either Next Generation, Voyager, Deep Space Nine, the original series, and the animated adventures going every night, every single night. That is how I go to sleep. Just plugging some stuff up here. And I got to wear this beautiful headband because I don't want to catch copyright. And these are headphones. So why don't you reserve judgment as well? But I will keep one ear open so I can hear the chats if anybody shows up. If I fall asleep, I'm sorry. Right, so this is episode 7, Cosine, or Cosine. I'm going to start it over because I was already halfway through it. Yeah, first thing he said is missed a lot. I have to say, my favorite characters. I'm bad with their names, but, and I'm not being biased when I say it, but the 2 hot chicks, they're the ones that I'm enjoying the most. One, the Betazoid, and then the other one with the stuff on her eyes. I don't like what's her face, the comedian chick who was on Discovery. She's dry. Her humor is dry. Don't really dig her. Don't really care for the blonde. Hello, kitty. Hello, little kitty. Hello, kitty. You want some Star Trek, kitty? Ooh, kitty's in heat, so forgive her if she comes around here howling. Kitty, ooh, kitty, ooh. Oh no. She wants me to pet her butt. So then she can go do some backflips. Oh, Kitty's so pretty. Yes, you are, Kitty. Oh, she says I feel bloated and fat. Oh, you're not bloated and fat. You're very pretty, Kitty. Yes, you are. That's my good memers. Kitty. Come on, make more room for Kitty. Okay, come here, Kitty. Come on, more room for Kitty. Come on. I'll make more room for Kitty. Oh, you're so pretty. Yes, the key's so pretty. Oh, the key's so pretty. Kitty. Oh yeah, and this hologram student. I mean, I realize that how they wrote her backstory. Yes, that's unique and cool, but is that really necessary? Like, you just program. Oh, Kitty, oh no! You program a computer program. You program it with the knowledge you want to have. So, like, I don't know. This just seems like a going around your elbow type thing for. Yeah, I guess they attempted to write it in. Well, look, you got to see his cat.
Kitty, oh, get back here, Kitty. Me, 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 me. Me, 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 Kitty. Oh, no, Kitty, oh, no. Oh, Kitty, oh, no. Oh, cute. Get back here, Kitty. Me, 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 me. Oh, cute, oh, cute. He's so pretty. Oh, he's so pretty. Yes, the kitty's so pretty. Oh, me, 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 Kitty. Oh, me, 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 Kitty. Oh, your kitty's so pretty. Me, 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 kitty's so pretty.
She's over here doing backflips against my leg.
Oh, get back here, kitty. Oh, get back here, kitty. Oh, kitty's so pretty. Oh, yes, kitty. Oh, yes. Roll around, kitty. Me, 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 me. Roll around. Oh, yes, kitty's so pretty. Oh.
Get butt away from me.
Ooh, the kitty. Ooh, the kitty. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Oh, cute. Kitty, oh, so pretty. Oh, kitty, so pretty. Oh, yes, kitty, so yummy.
Yeah, Cadet Life. I like her. They haven't really jumped too much into her character yet.
Hello, kitty. Hello. Hello, memers. Hello. Kitty, kitty, memer, memer, kitty. Oh, kitty, kitty. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Memer, memer. Oh, kitty, oh. Oh, kitty, oh. Oh, kitty so pretty. Oh, kitty so yummy. Oh, kitty. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, kitty, oh, no. Oh, kitty, oh. Go do some backflips. Go do some backflips. Oh, yes, kitty so pretty. Kitty, oh, kitty so pretty. Meow, kitty, meow. Oh, kitty, meow, kitty, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Oh, kitty, you. Come bang your head against me, kitty. Oh, kitty, you. Oh, kitty so pretty. Ooh. Meow, 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 meow. Kitty, meow, meow, meow. Oh, no. Oh, kitty, you know. Oh, no, kitty, you know.
She's crazy.
Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Kitty, you. Kitty, you.
So all the cadets are about to go on break. Go to Dakar. Dakar is magnificent. Your host family, blah, 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 blah.
Kitty, oh, no. Oh, kitty, oh, no. Kitty, oh, no.
So I'm guessing they're going to hold off on explaining to us or bringing back the what's her face, the empath chick, the Betazoid, the Betazoid chick. They're gonna wait to tell us what's happening with her, probably till the end of the season. You know, they established a good relationship between her and Caleb, and fucking, yeah, they're gonna make us wait, drag that out. That's typical format. Yeah, Reno. That's the chick I don't like. Her and her dry humor. Every time she comes on scene, I feel like she's just a filler. So Tawny Newsome, the chick who did the voice for what's her face's daughter on Lower Decks, she's supposedly a staff writer on this show.
Meow. Kitty, meow. Come see me, kitty. Come and lay down. Come lay down and be still. Quit jumping around, kitty. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh no, kitty. Oh no. Oh, kitty. Ooh. Oh, kitty. Ooh. Meow. Meow, 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 meow. Kitty, meow.
Now I'm going to go over there and do some backflips. Here, take a look. Lick your butt. Lick your butt. Let's do some backflips.
Oh, kitty, oh, kitty, oh, kitty, oh, kitty, kitty, meow.
Come on. As soon as I put the camera on, as soon as I turn the camera away, she's going to start backflipping. Oh well. So they just kidnapped dude after the pebble rolled. Skip intro. Cool intro. I have a feeling they're trying to rewrite the book by the way that intro is it suggesting the planting of a seed, right? So something else can grow. 900 years in the future, way ahead of old Trek. It just seems like the next installment of whatever Star Trek comes around is they're gonna stay in this shit. And as long as this does better than Discovery, then people will want to watch another show that may arise. But if they don't give us Legends or whatever it's called with Seven of Nine and all that, if they don't give us that, it's dead. Franchise will have to die for another 10 years. But please don't do that. An old dude sitting by the pool or sitting in the sun, jacked for the, like, dial it back, bro. Trying to turn him into a sex symbol. Welcome. Watching the newest episode of Starfleet Academy. Episode 7, Cozine. Cozine. If you're wondering what's on my head, this beautiful apparatus is headphones, so don't catch copyright. If you want to back up, I said a whole bunch of stuff about Star Trek and future of the franchise and all that. right now, this chick is talking to him about hacking her way back in to come back and do homework. He's cleared to be here, all that. He's sitting by the pool, looking way overly buff. Hey, thanks for the like. Where are you from? Comment. Ever play toxic or non-toxic? So now they're going into the lab to play with all the samples, playing toxic or non-toxic. And now we're back on this matrimony moon. Kionia's matrimonial moon. An artificial super point, the single point wormhole. How much do you love Star Trek? I sure do. I am open to all Star Trek. Even Discovery, even though they lost me after season 2. I still watched most of it. I didn't pay quite as close attention to it, so I couldn't really tell you about the finer details of Discovery because they lost me after season 2. But I did sit through season 5 just to know how it all ended. Barnum crying in every episode, but hey man, I'll take any new Trek we get. I just hope that they do well by it. That's all. And so far, Starfleet Academy has been decent. Like that last, I think, episode 5, where they were all beamed aboard that ship, and the Furies came in and were attacking everybody. That was a good episode. Kind of the Furies. I mean, come on, let's use a name that hasn't been used by some other franchise. It's still cool. Don't get me wrong. So now we're sticking our hands in jars of goo to see if it's toxic or non-toxic. Ambiguous exoplanet discharge. Yeah, I'm not sticking my hand in none of that. Comment where you're from. Yeah, if anybody comes here to try and see the episode, I can't show it. It's like serious copyright. I can't even let you hear it. That's what these are, headphones, so I can see it and talk about it. They're in the doctor's cabinet of scientific anomalies, sticking their hands in random things. Sounds smart. I've loved Star Trek since, oh, I don't know. I mean, I slowly warmed up to it in the early 2000s, but it was after my grandmother passed away that I really, really dove in because my grandmother loved Next Generation and she was in love with Picard and she drank Earl Grey tea all the time because it was sophisticated. But like Granny, realize Earl Grey smells like Fruit Loops, right? It's still good. There's nothing wrong with that, but it was just funny. I love my grandmother very much, but she left me in 2012.
his ears were growing because it turns out it was toxic. No problem. Little hypo spray never hurt anybody. Fix you right up. The warp slug is getting out now. So they had a plan to get married in 5 or 6 years, but her mother had a health scare, so they're like, "You gotta get married now." Welcome. Drop in the comments where you're from and your favorite Star Trek show. I wish I could show what I'm watching, but I can't because copyright. And this beautiful apparatus on my head are headphones, so you can't hear it either. But yeah, comment your favorite Star Trek show. Well, episode before last was my favorite episode so far. I think everybody can agree with that. That was the one where they were actually on the ship with the Furies. Bad name, only because it's been used before. But so far, so good with this show. I got to be honest, you know. It's better than Discovery. Well, I don't know if I can say that quite yet because we are only 6 episodes in, 7 episodes in. Come on. Yeah, 7 episodes in. Whereas Discovery lost me after season 2. I still watched it all, but I have to admit I wasn't really paying close attention to it as I was watching it. And then when the last season hit, I didn't even want to watch the last season, but I watched it anyway just because I wanted to know the story and, you know, I don't want another Star Trek to show up and me not understand the story of what's going on because of some other stuff that I didn't watch. And that's why you've got so many people now who are watching this show and they keep talking about the burn and the people keep asking, "What's the burn? What's the burn?" Well, maybe if you watched Discovery, I didn't enjoy all of it, but I sat through it. It would have been way better if Burnham didn't cry in every damn episode, though, right? Warp slugs, really? Yeah, and Reno, they shouldn't have brought her over into the show. I don't. She seems like such a filler. It's just a fill-in character. Her humor's dry. I just don't like her character. Not to sound cliche, but my two favorite characters are the two hot chicks. The one with the stuff on her eyes, and then of course the Beta Z girl. Caleb's all right. I think they over buffed him for this show, though. Oh my God, him by when he's catching the sun, he just looked like a big beefcake. He looked overly, you know, like he has a hard time wiping his butt because he's just so buffed. That's just overkill. None of that makes you any healthier.
It's strictly for TV. Make him look good, right? He's the star of the show. Her and the blonde chick. What's her name? Comment your favorite Trek show. They should have never canceled Lower Decks either, damn it. Did you know that the guy, what's his name? The Down syndrome looking guy who was one of the head guys over there at Lower Decks, he used to work on Rick and Morty. If you didn't guess by the animation style, then yeah. Drop a like if you're not going to comment your favorite Trek show. So yeah, there's not much action in this episode. So far, it's two students horsing around at the academy where they're not supposed to be, and then two other cadets arguing over a surprise wedding. Come on. Where's what's his face? The bad guy of this show needs to come in and kill somebody. Kill him right in the middle of his wedding. Hey, welcome. Drop a like or comment your favorite Trek show. Need to know who I'm dealing with, you know? Because if you comment your favorite Trek show is Discovery versus Next Generation, then I know those are two very different people. You know what I'm saying? And don't say you don't have a favorite. Everybody has a favorite. Even if it's a tie, say it's a tie between, whatever. Because, I like all new Trek. Well, I'll give all new Trek a chance. I like all Trek so far. I like some of it more than others. And I definitely have a favorite. My favorite is going to be a tie between Next Generation and. Okay, it's like a three-way tie. Next Generation takes up half of that tie, and the other half of the tie is obviously Voyager and Deep Space Nine, evenly. Both of them together evenly against Next Generation. Those are my favorites. Enterprise is right there. Is right there at the end, right there next to like in third place, or fourth if you want to be technical. I liked all the Star Trek movies, every one of them, except for the one where they went to find God, with Kirk and all them. That one was so stupid. They had a couple of bombs in there, but I liked all the Star Trek movies, the Next Generation movies. They're all good. They all suffice as Trek when you really want some Trek. All right, more flashbacks of screwing in bed. Yeah, what do y'all think of this new Betazoid chick? Or Betazoid chick? I think she's very pretty. She looks a bit delicate. And I think they cast well for, an empathic race. There's still 20 minutes left of the episode. Caleb and what's her face with the metal on her eyes. They're sitting in what looks like an airlock, talking.
I do think it's cool that they put Starfleet Academy on a ship because just like everyone who was complaining before when Deep Space Nine came out, everybody was like, "Oh, Star Trek's supposed to be on a ship," and then they proved that to be okay. Well, the fact that they put Starfleet Academy on a ship, that's cool. That allows for episodes like we just had with the one with the Furies. And that's what we were all waiting on. We need more of that. See, they're spending the majority of this episode letting us get to know the characters that we haven't had much experience with. Chick with the metal stuff on her eyes, and the dude getting married. Some pretty clothes they're all wearing. I don't like how the Klingon guy is always pronouncing Klingon Klingon. Klingons do not like. Klingons don't do this. Now, if you're going to buff anybody up, like Caleb is all jacked and juicy, they should have jacked up the Klingon. I'm just seeing a lot of lack of imagination. Jaden, Jaden. Okay, really that's a Klingon name. Yeah, sure. Hyphenate it. Jaden. What? It's Jaden. Like they totally just pulled that out of names of today and made it Klingon. So I heard somewhere that this is the episode where we find out that Jaden is the first gay Klingon. Who's he going to be gay with? Am I guessing this guy? Like, I mean, I don't give a shit. But at the end of the day, I can take it or leave it. All of the gayness and everything lately. Yeah, anybody with a fucking set of eyes notices it in everything we watch. And whatever, okay, I don't care. But does it really have to be in everything we watch? Like, I don't know. I feel like they're trying to piss some people off. Doesn't piss me off. I don't care. I think it's funny. I think it's funny that they feel like they've got to put it in there. Or maybe they feel, maybe they feel like it's safe enough to do so. I don't know, whatever. Comment your favorite Star Trek. Drop a like. I'm doing so many live streams here lately because, yeah, I'm technically homeless. I'm staying with a friend. And I kind of sort of blew out her internet by streaming so much. And I now owe her $100. But the internet doesn't roll over. The bandwidth doesn't roll over until the 26th. So I've got until then until I got to stop. So after then, you won't see me doing too much until I can pay her $100. Yeah, I'm just waiting on tax money to do that, which is dragging ass, of course. But yeah, she's letting me stay here for free, which she might be regretting. I don't know. Hopefully not. I've got my cat with me here. My cat just went into heat. Hopefully my cat's not howling in the middle of the night. My God, dude. My cat hasn't gone into heat for like over a year. I thought we were past this, but as soon as we move in, not move in, as soon as we start staying with somebody, then she's right. Of course, right? All right, back to Trek. Ooh, she's hacking the ship. What are you looking for, honey? She's trying to hack our record to the pre-command track committee. So she's trying to alter her record. Enter Reno. Yeah, they had to throw her in here, give her a reason to be on the show. I just don't. She's my least favorite character, I think. Like this wedding stuff. You're in Starfleet Academy. You're training to go aboard a ship, presumably, and fly around the galaxy. You're gonna leave. Like, why would you get married? If you had any aspiration for a career, unless they're gonna be on the same ship, and that would work though. But what did Picard always say? The duty required him to not have too many roots. Yeah, they could have beefed him up a little more, like they beefed up Caleb. Caleb looks too bubbly, and this for a Klingon, he's too lanky. They should have beefed him up instead of Caleb. And they're having a tender moment during his speech as best man. Yeah. So far, this episode is nowhere near as exciting as episode 5. Like, I feel like, in every show, you got an A and a B story. The A and B stories of this episode, which is episode 7, the A and B stories are equally as boring. Like, you have a fast paced story and then something else in there to put in to slow it down, right? That's your A that runs, and then your B slices into it to drag out the A story. But there's no A B story here. These are both B stories. Genesis, that's her name. So she was trying to delete her references. Altered the original statements, did you? It was going to turn into something that's going to work in her favor instead. And it's going to be a way for her to grow as a character upon learning this. You're not going anywhere. Ah! I just used the word favored. She said, "Do you ever think that they might have done you a favor?" I don't like it when shows or movies, for that matter, are predictable. That's indicative of them being shit. If I can predict it, if I can't predict it, or if I incorrectly predict what's going on, that's a good movie or that's a good show. Oh, she lost her nomination. Ooh. 200 hours of menial surface. Doesn't sound very fun. I must say, this episode has been quite boring. What's wrong? What am I missing? Jaden's toast. You're clearly gay. Go be with him. Oh, God. This would never happen. I didn't realize you were gay until now. Go be with Jaden. Chance to be yourself, which is gay, right? That's what we're leading to, yeah. Maybe in a way you love me, but not the way you love him. Whatever. Come on. Now, if this is all of that that's included in this season, then that's fine. It's fine for establishing. But if they're going to center shit around these sorts of things, that's not the way stories about in Star Trek are supposed to be written. It's supposed to be about space and aliens and danger. You know what I mean? Star Trek. Right, right. Like he's gonna turn down the opportunity to rule the planet with her. How would that work if he's in the Starfleet Academy anyway? Like there's so much about this episode that doesn't add up to me. But now he's sorry. It was all her idea basically. And he's just agreeing to it. Like now I'm gonna give up being the ruler of a planet to go be gay with a Klingon. Like, let's be clear. I don't care that there's a gay Klingon. I care that it's just so much of a part of the story. Usually you have an A story and you have a B story in an episode. But this episode is both B stories. They're both just equally boring. It's a filler episode. Episode 7 is a filler episode all the way. Episode 5 was awesome. Episode 6, okay, we came down off of that peak, right? But this is season 1. You need to pound me into the ground with the awesome, you know? Huh. Oh, so he didn't leave to go be gay with the gay Klingon because the gay Klingon has another gay lover. Huh. He was like, I just abdicated my throne on you. Yeah. So so he didn't abdicate because he's gay, but there's then why else? Then there's no good reason to killing me. This episode, nah. 200 hours of menial labor and they're already sitting down on the job. Sweeping, sitting down, are you? Get your ass up. I do like the Betazoid chick. She's gorgeous. She's like a delicate flower. But I also like Genesis. She's sexy. There's a difference in sexy and beautiful. Big difference. You can be one or the other, or you can be both. But you can be sexy and not very good looking, and you can be gorgeous and not very sexy. But it seems like that's what they were going for. You know, they were placing elements in the show. Caleb's obviously the main sex symbol of the show because he's just jacked and beefcake. But like I said earlier in the video, they should have jacked the Klingon up. That would have made more sense. But no, the Klingon is lanky and skinny, a twig. Looks like a moderate breeze would knock him over. So now we're finishing the letter to Chick in the coma. which they're going to drag that out till the end of the episode, you know it, or the end of the season. I bet Strange New Worlds ends with season 5. Just to prove I'm watching. Wink. Figure I could at least show that much without getting the copyright. That's why you can't hear nothing. Because I did a live stream with Deep Space Nine playing in the background while I slept, and the next day they had copyright. They had the episode number, the description of the episode, who was in it, and everything. Like, damn, YouTube, settle down. Luckily, you can delete audio from a video without deleting the rest of the audio, so I just deleted it. Well, you know what? I guess I could have done that for this too, huh? Well, by the time it got uploaded, unless you watched it live, you wouldn't have heard anything. Because by the time it uploaded, I would have had to remove it. So I don't want to run anymore. Send. Where the last time he tried this, he deleted it. And now he's proud of himself for sending an email. This episode was boring, pedantic. I don't really care about the gay stuff. I expect it. Just as long as they don't center any episodes completely around it. Which, you know, they're going to have to, because if they want to bring in this this gay Klingon's gay lover, if they want to bring him in and you know, tell some of his backstory, they're going to have to. Which I hope they don't. He looks like kind of a weak character. Maybe not a weak character, but definitely a weak-looking actor. Right. Well, I'm going to go outside, have a smoke, run my mouth a little more, and end the stream. If anybody pops up while I'm finishing this up, then we can talk about Trek if anybody has anything to say. But so far, nobody's had anything to say. Doesn't seem like anybody has anything to say in any of the streams that I do, but that's all right. Somebody just entered the room. Hey, why don't you comment your favorite Trek so you'll be the first person to ever comment on any of my live streams. Comment your favorite Trek or what you do or don't like about the Starfleet Academy show. I just finished the episode, the newest episode. It was all right. But you know how you usually have an A story and a B story, the A story being like the most interesting story, and then you have a B story that cuts into it to slow down the A story. The episode 7 was both B stories. They were both equally kind of just dry. I don't want to say they were boring because they were establishing, you know. We're getting to know these characters. So yeah, my biggest gripes aren't gripes with the episode, it's gripes with the show as a whole. You know, they made this Caleb guy way, way too jacked when they should have made the Klingon the jacked one. You know, he's supposed to be how much stronger than everybody else. And then, yeah, the fact that they made him gay, I really don't care. I really don't give a shit, but because I mean they've been having gay stuff in Star Trek. Wasn't the Jadzia kiss the first gay kiss? I think. But I mean, gay has been a part of Star Trek since the first episode with Sulu, but back then he was in the closet. And he talks about that somewhere. But yeah, so far so good. So far I'm digging the show.
Episode 5, obviously the best show, the best episode so far. I'm digging that Starfleet Academy is on a ship. That's cool, because when Deep Space Nine came out, people were bitching about it's not on a ship. It's not really Star Trek. It turned out to be one of the best shows ever. And yeah, so the fact that they went ahead and put Starfleet Academy on a ship, that's cool. For that reason, and because it adds to the ability to create more adventure, as we saw in episode 5. We need more of that. So we're episode 7, 7 episodes in. Are there any more characters that we got to get to know before we can get on with the story? Because I feel like this last episode is all we did was to get to know those 4 characters more. Well, mainly Genesis and the guy who abdicated and didn't marry the chick. I feel like that episode was so that we'd get to know them. And there's plenty of people, there's plenty of characters in the show. I'm guessing we get to know the bad guy. I keep forgetting his name. That guy that was in Billions. I have a feeling we'll get to know more about his story toward the end of the season. So far, so good. Yeah, go watch it. It's a good show so far. I enjoy it.